Hi there, it's Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a deck reading. Today's topic is going to be, what does this person desire with you? So just a quick update, just so you know, I have a different setup. You will be able to pick from the decks, by the way. So if you want to, I'll just do this, and then you guys can just skip ahead, and then for those who want to hear the intro, there you go. This is deck 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I figured you guys can just jump ahead if you want. For those that like to stick for the intro, I'm just doing a face cam today. I used to do these when I first started, actually. This was the way I did it before, but I changed my camera, and then the audio was all weird, and then it kind of took away from the personal experience of getting a reading, right? So now I have a new phone. Wow. And I'm actually able to use my camera in a way that I haven't been able to use before on my phone. So I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. I did have my other camera, which also had my actual little mini cam, had bad lighting. Like, not bad lighting, but like it didn't pick up color very well. It had to have a crazy amount of lighting in order for anything to show up with the right color. And then I had to go in and like edit in proper saturation levels and stuff. So this might actually be nicer, and not to mention it's going to allow me to do a more personal experience with you as if you were getting a real reading. And I think another perk of this was vocal fry. Oh, my other camera, I have to be so close to it in order for my voice to get picked up, and I don't have like a compressor or anything like that, or not a compressor. What are those things called? Condenser. I don't have like a condenser set up, so I don't have like, so like I have to get like really close, and like it's been frying my vocal cords because I have to be kneeled on the ground like to get really close to it. And now I'm back in my desk that I usually had when I started, and now you don't, also my voice doesn't sound so low because I'm in a different position. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I can set this up like I did the other one where it's face down. If I do, I think I'll have to use a different tripod or something. But yeah, it's really gonna help with the vocal fry, because I'm listening to that when I rewatch them. I'm like, oh, it sounds so terrible. I've already got digestive issues, so like my vocal cords are like, so yeah, let's see how this goes. It's a small reading today, only 3, because I'm not sure how my phone is going to hold up doing this, so it's a big experiment. So yes. Also, I want to thank everybody so far who's liked and commented and subscribed on my videos. I sincerely appreciate that. And you can see it in my face when I say that now. Before it was just hands, and it's like, I really appreciate what you've done for me. And like, it's hard to believe that, you know, from hands. So I wanted to thank you for your support and your subscriptions. And yeah, let's hope this camera works, and it's a whole new era of Snow City Tarot. So again, group 1, this is the Guided Hand Tarot. Group 2 is the Tarot Mucha. And group 3 is Golden Tarot. So take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't hyperventilate. That is something I have to work on when it comes to meditating on things. So think of your person and pick one of the decks. So I'll put these back up again. And if you guys want a photograph, let me know. If you like it when I'm not holding them, let me know. I can superimpose a photograph on my of the decks through post editing, in post production. So okay, I think Tarot Mucha was 2 and Golden was 3. Okay. So group 1, you have the Guided Hand. Let's take a look and see what your person desires from you. And don't worry, you will see the cards. So let's get a little bit of not so let's get a little bit of background here real quick so I can get an idea who we're working with. I have the King of Wands and I have the Ten of Cups. This could be a fire sign. We have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. If not, this person is just a very charismatic go-getter, very fiery. Doesn't matter if they're a man or a woman, by the way. This is simply that the energy that they're in. So this is somebody who's more logical maybe, and not so, in a sense, not so intuitive. And this is somebody that is willing to go out and get what they want. Whereas the Queen of Wands is a little bit more passive and lets things come to her. So this person is more of a masculine energy regardless of their gender. Most of you are asking about men anyway. So this is probably them here being represented. The Ten of Cups is somebody, though, this is kind of showing me that this person may have a family or may have an existing situation. Not always, though. This person and you may have just have mutual affection for each other, and that's what we have, that's how we understand it right now. So mutual affection for each other. One more card. Oh, I got a couple more here. We have the Five of Wands. Oh man, and guys can see the cards so much better this way. So we have the Five of Wands and we have the Star. So as the situation between you both, we're looking at something that's, I feel like it hasn't really come together just this yet. And obviously, you want to know what this person actually wants with you. So maybe you haven't really gotten to that point yet. So I feel like you might be a little bit more cautious in the sense that you're kind of like, oh, I don't want this to just be, some one night stand or whatever, or hit and quit it. I think that maybe you have backed off, or you are like, I don't know. So with the Five of Wands, though, I do see that I feel like the conflict is in desires. At the moment, like this is the focal point of what you guys are going through right now. Is there's a conflict for over who wants what the end goal is. It's very interesting, but you both are aware that there is this mutual affection with the Ten of Cups. So I'm kind of curious what it is that why would it not be like pretty obvious with the Ten of Cups what you would want? What's the conflict, really? I have the Ace of Wands. I have the Seven of Cups. And I have the World. So this is like what the Five of Cups' conflict is about. There could be definitely some kind of concern regarding like intimacy, or with the World card, there's distance too. Perhaps there could be a lot of distance, and this can indicate time and as well sometimes, because I see this as the Year card. This is New Year's. This is like birthdays, that sort of thing. So there could be time in between you as well as distance. The Seven of Cups, though, is talking about not being able to choose, not being able to see the forest for the trees, right? And I feel like there's a lot of things that this could be, but almost like nobody is doing anything about it because, maybe in this case, there's one cup that you guys are afraid of, and you're afraid that if you take the whole thing, you'll get the one bad cup, if that makes sense. And the question I have is the one bad cup or the one bad thing about it really enough to throw out the whole thing? What is it, throwing out the baby with the bathwater? By not accepting a perfect situation, I feel like it's really holding things up. It's keeping you guys from even negotiating or talking or getting along. So yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm seeing at the moment. So you're curious, what does this person want? I feel like you have not been close to this person and you have not been intimate with them. You haven't, um, maybe you guys are dating and you just haven't really gotten to that stage yet because one or both, you both like each other a lot. What's odd is that there's this apprehension, right? So what does this person want? What does this person want? Oh, okay. Well, we have the Five of Pentacles. Woo, didn't need to throw it. We have the Chariot. And we have the Nine of Cups. What does this person want? Well, they want, it's interesting because, I mean, the Ten of Cups was already used, but the Nine of Cups is more realistic, right? Nine of Cups is way more realistic than the Ten of Cups because the Ten of Cups is like, sometimes it's almost like a delusional view of your relationship and the situations that you're in. So, Nine of Cups is saying that this is a little bit more balanced in the sense that it's more realistic. This is somebody who wants just to be I don't want to say satisfied like that, but in a way, Nine of the Chariot is kind of like that too. Maybe this person does want a sexual relationship only. There's some sort of sense that they can't have any more than that, though. I feel like that's the issue, is they don't feel like they can have anything other than a sexual relationship with you with this Chariot card. But I feel like that would be enough because of the Nine of Cups, like that's enough. Like, clarify the Five. Page of Cups. All right. Okay, so maybe they can't have more than that. So we have the Page of Cups that's clarifying the Five of Pentacles, right? What this shows me is, first of all, it could be a child. They could have a child, and maybe they're not ready for having anybody in the house with them, anybody else. This person's a single parent. They may not be like, oh my God, I do not want to like have my kid watching me like have a different person over every night, or make somebody confused that maybe, or maybe they're worried that they're gonna confuse them, like, why isn't that my mom? What are you doing? So there's a little bit of like worry in the sense that they can't have it all because they're taking care of somebody. That's really the feeling that I get, is that there is a child involved and that person doesn't want to confuse them. Or in some cases, if you have a child, they don't want to confuse your child. In another case, maybe they don't want to have kids. So if you're willing to, like, if you're at the stage where this person and you are, I don't know if you can hear. Speaking of kids, I think the baby upstairs is teething. God, that sounds painful. So yeah, sorry about that. I hope you guys can't hear that too. I don't think it's too loud. But yeah. Anyway, it's that time. So, with the Page of Cups, though, I'm seeing that there's definitely maybe a child involved. And like I said, if somebody has a child, this person may not want to take that on, or maybe they think that you don't want to take on their child, or I just feel like there's a younger person that someone is taking care of that they do not want to either be confused or to be somebody else's issue. Like there could be a concern that they're like, like dumping their kid onto you or something if you become like a stable part of their home. Maybe they're concerned that they think that they would be using you for like, child care, like free child care or something like that. So there's like a couple issues. It doesn't have to be all of them at all. This could simply just be showing that this person is I think the biggest one out of here is basically saying that this person doesn't want to confuse their son or daughter with somebody coming around the house. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. This flew out. It's Two of Cups. I don't know what I was thinking when that came out, but this might be another thing, is this person is craving some sort of harmony or even friendship. Sometimes this can say. So this person, while they may not be interested in anything serious, the casual aspect of this is still going to be rooted in something very, very friendly and harmonious. So don't get the wrong idea. I think this person loves you, to be honest. I just don't think that they are ready to involve their family here. So that's what I'm seeing with that. Let me see if there's anything else in here as to what this person would want. Anything else that they would want from this person, from deck one? Is there anything this person would want from deck one? That's the thing, you can't see me shuffle. So what else would they want? Okay. So anything else that they would want with this person? So I have the Eight of Wands. I have the Two of Wands. Even though there's three people, it's the two. I have the Queen of Swords. So they definitely want to talk to you about this. What's really interesting is, and then I have the Eight of Cups. This person is concerned, really, first and foremost, this person is concerned about kids or something like that. If you want kids, like maybe they're concerned that you want kids. Like we have the creativity card, the fifth house, which is children, but of course it's like pleasure and enjoyment and self-expression and stuff like that. But I have a feeling this is very strongly related to the child in question here. Not in question. Child involved. So with the Eight of Wands, though, I feel like this person wants to have a communication with you, and they want this to be settled, I think. I really think this person wants to be settled with this, because we've got the Two of Wands here, because there's a lot that could come of this that could be very good, if you could just walk through that door, right? So that's the problem here, is not being able to take that first step. So there is this delay. This person could also be concerned that you don't want kids, or you would want kids with them. So maybe this person is like, I already have one, I don't need more, thanks. And then I think they feel that they would be a little bit worried if you would leave for a better situation where you wouldn't have to, agree on that. Like if you wanted kids and they didn't, they'd be concerned you would leave. If they want kids, or I'm sorry, if you want kids and they don't, they're concerned you'll leave, something like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I'm going to take some cards for advice. So pretty much this person wants to have a mostly pleasurable relationship with you to start. Not necessarily forever, just because they need to kind of get your idea on that. But you guys may not be at that stage where you can just walk up like, hey, what do you think about having kids? Like, you guys may not know each other that well. So that's probably what the confusion is with that. Got chaos and conflict. Oh wait, I'm going to take this one too. Oops. Interesting. You got serendipity. I don't think that with these two cards here, I got chaos and conflict and serendipity. I don't think that with this situation, the chaos and the conflict are as big a deal as you think. With this person too, I don't think they think that it's as big. I don't think they know that it's not that big a deal. Chaos and conflict, and especially with serendipity falling out, I feel like this was supposed to happen. This was good. This was good for you to meet. I think that, I feel like this chaos and conflict thing is making a mountain out of a molehill in this case. And I think that the advice is probably just to try to like work together on that. Don't think too much on that being the issue, because I think this will work out more favorably than you think. See, I told you. You got to talk about it. Heart-to-heart conversations. That's really just the only advice I can give you. Like, it doesn't seem like the situation is particularly unhealthy or anything. It's just you guys are not having these conversations that you need to have. And it says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. You guys just need to be clear about what it is that you want and have that conversation. And I think that you'll find that you may be on the same page with things. Like, maybe they're like, well, I don't want you in my house, confusing my kid. And you may be like, great, I don't want to confuse your kid. Like, so it's probably more, it's much more relaxed. And when I'm reading this is I feel like the relationship in this way, energy I get from it is very calm, very mature, willing to negotiate. I don't sense that this is something that is going to wind up causing a huge fight or like a schism where you just like leave and slam doors and burn the house down. No. I really think that if you are scared to have this conversation with this person, you should not be. I do not think that this is that type of thing. I think that whoever this person is actually going to be really comfortable with talking about it and probably feel relieved, honestly. So that was your reading, group 1. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if that resonates with you. If you have any suggestions about future reads, please let me know. If you'd like a private reading with me, I have an Etsy shop in my description box. Okay. Thank you for having a reading with me. I will move on to group 2. Group 2, you have Tarot Mucha. Oh my gosh, this camera is, the colors on everything are so much better. Like, I'm looking and seeing what is coming up on these, and oh my gosh, it's so much better than, and it does other things. It's a phone too. It's amazing. So I just have to wonder if this will shut off at 30 minutes. So we'll see. Actually. Okay, Tarot Mucha people. Let's see here. So, what does this person desire with you? I'm going to pull a few cards to kind of get a background of this, so you know that this is your pile. Oh, okay. Got a couple things here. My cards all spilled all over the place, so I'm trying to... We've got the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. So, 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. This is your situation. I think there's a lot of secrets here. This may be a situation where you're not entirely sure if this person is, you might not even be aware if this person's into you right now. Maybe this person's been sniffing around acting weird and you're not entirely sure what to think. The 8 of Swords is kind of telling me that maybe you're a little bit worried about, well, you're probably worried about what it is that they want. Let's see here. We've got the Devil card. We've got the 5 of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles as to what this person wants. Well, not what this person wants. It was supposed to clarify this here. So why is this Eight of Swords here? Well, whatever it is, you have some sort of, you kind of think that this, I feel like this is you or them. It feels like this person is concerned that there is some kind of like nefarious or some sort of perversion behind the interactions that you have with this person. Like they think that you're a pervert, or you think they're a pervert, or maybe you both think you're perverts. I kind of just think that when I see this Eight of Swords, I think that there's like a desire there, because we do have this ideal card. If this is you, if this is usually representing the querent, right? If this is you, this can be how they view you, which is a very like, what's the word? Attractive, mysterious though, kind of very sexy, but in a very unattainable sort of way. The High Priestess is the friend that all the ladies want to be friends with, and the girl that all the guys want, you know. So there's this sense that maybe this is something that is like, not, the word comes forbidden. Forbidden is one that just popped up. That's not what I would say, but that's what I'm saying. So for some of you, maybe this is telling me that there's some sort of issue regarding this connection. There's something wrong with it, forbidden about it. Maybe in this case, honestly, maybe you're the other woman in this case. The High Priestess can, and sometimes I'm not taking reversals, but this comes out reversed, and especially when I hear something like forbidden, then this is probably saying that maybe there is something wrong here, and that's maybe why this Devil card is coming out, is because maybe you or they may be the other party, the more risque, sort of scandalous thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's scandalous. They can't look past that, and that's what the Eight of Swords is here, saying that you guys are having difficulty looking past that aspect of things, or you know. And if that's not like saying that you're the other person, it's interesting, because let me see what I'm trying to process here. So maybe you know they have another person, and you don't want to be the interfere. You don't want to interfere. And that's what the Eight of Swords is showing me here, especially with the Four of Pentacles. So this is definitely saying that there's some sort of aspect of this where there's like a blocking off, like, but maybe this person still comes around. Maybe they're still kind of giving you the eye, sending you mixed signals or confusing you. And I think that maybe that's what this is. So with the Eight of Swords, it's probably saying, you know, this person might be trying to persuade you to do something, especially like the Devil. The Devil is persuasive, you know. This person may be trying to persuade you, or you're concerned that this person's trying to persuade you to do something that you don't want to do. Or that's how they see you. Maybe they're concerned that you're trying to persuade them to do something that they don't want to do. So there's a bit of a manipulation here. I think that there's a concern over this aspect. Okay. So if that doesn't resonate, there's no third party issue, there's no other people involved, then maybe this is not the reading for you. You can pick one of the other decks. But I think that's probably the story that I'm going to be sticking to, because I think that's coming in very heavy here. So let's see here. What does this person actually want with you? Want from you? Excuse me. I do have a big pile that fell, so. Well, I get the sense that this person definitely wants to, at the very least, talk to you right now. We have the intellect card. I think that, I'm sorry, this is the third house. Third house is communications. And I think that's kind of mostly what it's going to be representing here. We've got the Six of Wands, we've got the King of Swords, and we have the Five of Wands. So they want to kind of fix this. And so the Five of Wands is not a particularly like, it's not a particularly like, it's about conflict, but it's not necessarily like mega conflict, right? It's usually like petty arguments, misunderstandings, things like that that needs to be cleared up, things that you guys need to work around to make it work. So whether or not your person, if you're not entirely sure if your person's with somebody or they're not entirely sure if you're with somebody, that might be something that needs to be talked about, needs to be cleared up. Six of Wands, though, is here. I feel like in this sense, I feel like there's also, this might be your third party. If you're heterosexual and you have a man and you're like, this might be them. They may want you to maybe want to talk about this person, perhaps. And that's why this is showing up. In some cases, if they know about this person, if you have a third party, if it's yours, in some cases, this person may be interested in kind of competing in a weird way. So whatever the issue is, nobody wants to screw anyone over or cheat on anyone. There may be a request to leave somebody that might be on the table. That's something that they want to talk about. But you know what I see here is in the Five of Wands is very competitive, right? There's 5 people fighting, but none of them are actually taking the lead. It's like 5 people all on equal playing fields. Well, the Six of Wands shows me somebody that won. So I feel like your person wants to I feel like this person wants to eliminate Mr. Swordsman. So this is, usually this one is an Aquarius. So this is, but if there's no Aquarius in another party, this could be a Libra or Gemini. Of course, it could be none of them at all. This person could be just a scientist or a lawyer or some kind of person that writes or something like that. So if that resonates with you, it does. If not, this just is a placeholder to show that there's another person here. So they obviously, it looks like they definitely want to compete and kind of go toe-to-toe with this other person and possibly persuade you to leave them. So it's kind of like they're going to commandeer you. You're not a ship. Steal you away. Not necessarily, though. It doesn't look like this person wants anything that is out of the moral realm. That's too many. I think you guys are I think that maybe some of you are in between. And this is just something that needs to be talked about. Like you might have left this person already and you guys need to talk about it. And maybe this person doesn't know that you left this person already. I don't know what I was... We have the Judgment, the Star, and the Hermit. I think this person is definitely willing to say that if you do not agree with what they want, if that's not what they want, they're comfortable. I don't think that they're going to be with anybody after that. I think they may actually sit and wait until, or if you're in the situation where you're kind of like, if this person knows you well enough, knows your situation well enough, where they're like, wow, your relationship sucks, you're probably going to leave that. And they may not tell you that. They just it's like an observation. They may be sitting around kind of waiting for that to happen. And that's kind of their hope. So if they don't want to compete they're willing to help you kind of talk about it, but if you're not willing to leave that person right away, I think that they may even kind of just wait. Like I feel like they're reading the tea leaves and they can see that it's not so great. It's not so hot. Now, here's my question. So say this works out. Say they get into a situation with you. Say you leave them out of the party. What would they want out of a relationship with you? One step at a time, I guess, huh? Yeah. They don't know yet. I have the Hanged Man, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Plucky. This person is plucky. So what I'm seeing is, especially with this, it's like this person, they're kind of like, they're willing to take the plunge. They're willing to try something new. They're willing to fight this other person to get to you, right? And with the Seven of Wands, it's like, this question was, where is it going after that? Where do they want to go after that? Like, what do they want this to be? And with the Seven of Wands, it's like, I don't know. I'm sure it'll work out fine. Because the Seven of Wands is usually somebody who's like up against a whole lot, right? But they know that they'll win with the right amount of effort. They'll figure it out. This person is very sure of themselves, I think. But I think they are also quite young, maybe. So I think that might be, this is what they think they can do. It doesn't necessarily mean that they can do that. So, so this relationship, as far as they're concerned, they're willing to make it work, whatever. They don't really, doesn't even think that they're questioning whether or not you guys are compatible. So it's like after you win this battle and you guys wind up in a relationship, they're not entirely sure what they want to do. They might stick around though. It does look like this person is comfortable being alone and comfortable working things out in a weird way. Like, how to describe this? Because this person is like willing to wait for you, and then it's like they're comfortable being tied down if you choose to be with them, even though they're not entirely sure how that will work out in the end. They just simply will not, they'll stay. I mean, this person's weird, hang on. They're not moving on. They don't know what they want with you. They do want you. They're not willing to, they're not willing to be very pushy, is what I'm seeing. They're not willing to be very pushy about having you, though. It's a really weird type of like passive energy, but with like a dash of assertiveness. It's really weird. And then there's, of course, like no plan after that. So that's what's sort of strange here. This person is like young-minded, I think. It's like they have a plan, but it might be like a little one. Can we clarify the Page of Swords? I feel like this person is, I think that for some of you, you know this person from a like not a previous relationship, but like you could have been friends or something. Because I've got the Six of Cups, clarifying the Ace of Swords. So Six of Cups is showing that their plans may be to pick up where they left off with you, but like as a couple and not necessarily as friends. In some cases, they could just be interested and they could have a very idealistic view of what will happen. Or really, though, it looks like whatever it is kind of a daydream because they don't have a lot of plans for what to do if you guys were actually in a relationship. I think at the moment they're just kind of interested in getting over one hurdle at a time. And remember, didn't I say something when this came out? Day at a time or something, one step at a time. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Is this person's taking some time to, just tackle these problems as they come rather than trying to foresee the future. So, interesting. That's what I'm seeing there. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. To see if we've got some advice for you. Advice for group 2, please. Okay, I feel like you know this person pretty well. We have peace, and we have never-ending story. These cards can talk about cycles. Never-ending story is the one. It's kind of showing that there's like either this person goes through cycles or something like that, or you kind of understand where they're. Maybe you've been through this before, I guess. Maybe you've tried to talk about this before. But I think that it's probably saying that you should at least see where things went wrong last time that you guys kind of ran into this issue, and maybe try to. I feel like there's an underlying problem that has to be solved first before you can do this, and I don't think that has to do with the other party. I think that there's an underlying problem with something else. Yeah, that doesn't have to do with the third party. It's something between you guys. I think that is something that needs to be resolved. And definitely, of course, try to work together. This is also talking about, I want to say, probably like negotiating things out. Try to work together, do things that will work out for both people. Don't let it spiral into a fight. Don't take it personally if there's any discussions. Strong magnetic attraction, chemistry. That's the card you got. It's not really advice. But I feel like strong magnetic attraction. Yeah, I just get the sense that, if you guys are like wondering if this person is even into you, yeah, I would say so. I would say that there is that chemistry. So if you're picking up on a vibe, that vibe is correct. Let me pick it. Yeah. I think you guys are going to have to settle something, though. Yeah, there's some sort of issue that happened before that you guys are still hung up on and have not talked about or not addressed, and you can't really move forward until you take care of that first. So, yeah, that's kind of what's stopping you guys at the moment. Of course, and then whoever's not making a decision or not being clear about what has happened if you guys are no longer in a situation. So that's what you need to address right now. Otherwise, this is going to continue to spiral and go in the same patterns of... I feel like maybe one of you is like... I feel like one of you will not leave until the other person does something. That's kind of what I'm thinking with this card here. And I think that especially with this person being this frustrated, it's like... It kind of makes me think, you need a job to get a car, but you need a car to get a job. So it's like, if A, then B, but without B, then you need A. And I feel like it's something like that just keeps going back and forth. And if that's the case, one of you needs to say, I'll get the job, screw the car, I'll walk. It sounds like you're going to have to do something, compromise like that. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay, so thank you for watching Group 2. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in private reading, I do have my Etsy shop below in the description box. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be moving on to number 3. Okay, deck 3, Golden Tarot. This is you. Got the extras in here. Hang on. All right. Let's see here. We've got, let's see here. Sorry, I just got back from lunch, so I'm like trying to refocus here. Sorry about that. So let's take a look at the situation between the two of you to start. Just to kind of give us an idea if you're in the right place. And if not, you can pick a different deck. All right. We have Knight of Swords, we have the Lovers, and we have the Page of Coins. This is the situation between the two of you. There could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius because it's air sign. It's the Knight though, so more specifically, Knight is Gemini. But we have the Knight of Swords, the Lovers card, and then the Page of Coins. So this is your situation. I think you guys, your current relationship is pretty good. Actually, things are working pretty well. I think this person might be someone who comes and goes. Like if you guys work at the same place, work in the same office, this person might, be like a courier, somebody who might drop off things. It could be a mail person, something like that. And you kind of see them during the day, I think, or in most cases. I mean, right now we're still kind of in a lockdown situation, so that could be what we're looking at. But this person comes and goes, and maybe they come and go, and they kind of flirt with you. They give you a little bit of something every time you see them. Maybe they give you gifts sometimes too, or like small little messages or something. I do sense that there's some mutual attraction here with the Lovers card. So I do think that's positive in that sense. And so maybe you're here asking what this person desires with you because you're not entirely sure if you're reading them correctly. Can we get a little bit more detail? Maybe they are the Knight of Swords and you are the Page of Coins. So we got earth signs as well. More air though. So you could be air and earth. Gemini is coming up again, by the way. And of course, that's not relevant. It can just simply be that you guys talk more, or you like to talk together, or you're good at talking, good at communication. I think one of you might be maybe a little bit inexperienced as well. So maybe there's that. Maybe that's you, because I'm getting the sense that one person's really direct when they're coming in, and then the other person is sort of like. Like you don't really know what you're doing. You don't really know what's happening. You don't know what they're saying things right. I feel like you might be a little bit Twitter-pated, is the word. Sort of goofy as your default for nervous. Okay. I'm getting the King of Swords clarifying the Knight of Swords. So I definitely think that this person is an air sign. Again, they still could be a courier. They could be a lawyer. They could be working in a law office. This could also be in a situation where there are blades. So this person could also be like a surgeon or something. So that's just what I'm seeing. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I did get a flash of the Eight of Pentacles when I was shuffling. So if this is just kind of identifying this person here, because I did get the work vibe when I did this. So just to give you an idea, it doesn't necessarily mean anything though. It's just if this person is very smart, might work in a job that has blades. This could be like a chef, or just very good at communication. I do sense there's a lot, oh yeah, okay. So I do sense there's a lot of sexual attraction here with this. and it was clarifying my lover's card here. So I definitely think that there's like this coming and going, this flirting that's happening, this weird kind of like, there's chemistry. I would say that there's definitely chemistry here. And of course, it's so sad because the Page of Coins is being clarified by that Nine of Swords. So I really think that one of you, it's either you or them, are just sort of like, just too nervous to say anything, too nervous to do anything, too nervous to translate what you think that they're trying to tell you when they encounter you and you guys are, flirting or having a little banter or whatever, and then this person leaves so abruptly, and I feel like this person you just don't have enough time to get to know them, to be able to kind of see. I feel like you're somebody who needs a lot of information to do something about this. Like you just don't feel comfortable approaching this person. This is definitely like a crush situation. I don't think that this is something like yeah, I just get a sense that this is a crush situation. So you're not like in a relationship and you're wondering if this person will marry you or what their intentions are like that. You're kind of wondering like, what does this person want? And I think that you are very frustrated in the sense that you can't like, it's like you can't get the words out that you need to say in the time frame the person is there, or you're not gathering the amount of information in the time frame they're there. This person may show up like once a week or something like that, and I think that's kind of like the frustration is like you really like this person, you like talking about them, but you don't see, or talking to them, but you don't actually like see them often enough to have enough information to make anything of it. And I feel like this happens, like it happens so infrequently, like like once a week or something like that, that you're kind of like, you're pretty sure you knew what you heard, and then it simmers for like a week until you see them again, and you're like, is this enough information to work off of? It gives you just enough time to start questioning your sanity on whether or not this person is making some sort of hint at something, right? So you're not sure how to read them. You can't tell what the heck this person wants because you just like, I feel like you're caught off guard. I mean, this is a much slower energy than this guy, this person's very quick. You might be more decisive or careful when you speak, or you like to take your time maybe with thinking about things. So you don't really like rush into stuff. And I have a feeling that maybe you're not particularly experienced in this sort of dating, maybe you've had like one really long-term person and then nothing else, like, and so maybe you're feeling kind of like out of sorts, like you're just not with it, I feel, and that's giving you a lot of stress. So that's kind of the situation here. So this person comes in, and poor you're there, and they just wow you every time. And then they leave, and you're just like, I don't have enough information to know what even happened here. Like it was like a whirlwind. They come in like a whirlwind, they blow your mind, and then they leave, and then you don't know how to like contact them. You don't even know how to ask them like for their number maybe, or like don't even know how to ask them if you can text them or talk to them off hours or something like that. So that's kind of where you're at. It's I just feel like you're kind of overwhelmed with like what to do. But every interaction's great. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So let's see here. I wasn't asking a question, but I did get the Queen of Cups. So I think this person does really enjoy your company. So what do they desire with you? What does this person desire with you? Oh, hang on. Let me get the 3 that I need. Oh, interesting. Ooh. So I have the Devil. This is what they desire with you. The 2 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Well, the Devil flipped out. I would say this person probably thinks about you a lot more than you realize. I think they like you. I think, and what I'm seeing, especially with this card here, there's definitely a lot of obsession there. This person really wants you. And I think you kind of both know that if the Knight of Wands is here. And it's clarifying the Lover's card. Because Lover's card is out here, I do not sense that this is sort of like a malicious thing. I just think it's a lot of energy, like a lot of like romantic energy, a lot of like physical energy. So I don't necessarily think that this is something that is unhealthy. It's like that infatuation stage. This person has a crush on you probably. If they're not full on in love with you, and it seems possible that they could be, I mean, for some of you, it's possible. If it seems possible this person is in love with you, then that's probably the case. If this seems like a crush situation, then yes, that seems like what this is. And this is that like infatuation stage. So it's a little bit more than just, for them, it's a little bit more than fluttering, tummy butterflies. This is something a little bit more, with a little bit more punch, The Seven of Swords, when I see like this, their desire is to try to befriend you and then get here. So I feel like they kind of feel like they are, I feel like they kind of think that they might be getting something that they don't deserve, or it's going to be tricky. Like they have to trick you, maybe. I think this person may think that they have to trick you to get what they want. Now, I would want to say, in some circumstances, especially with what I'm seeing here, if this person asks you to go out with them at any point, be careful, cover your drink. Just saying, this combination of the cards, I feel like this wouldn't be something that would come up in a general reading because I doubt you all are going to get roofied. I hate to say that, but this kind of does look like, yeah, like it does kind of look suspicious. So just watch your drink if you go out on a date with this person. If you go out on several dates with this person and they seem fine, that's fine. Also, if you go on a first date with this person, bring a friend. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, I doubt that for most of you, I doubt this person is unsafe. I think that they're just, kind of in an infatuated stage. But that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Let me get some cards to see if this is something a little bit more seedy. I think this person's clever, though. Let me see. What else do they want with this person? Well, I think eventually they do want some, well, hang on just a moment. Don't want to speak too soon. What else do they want? This is interesting. Got the Sun. I've got the Queen of Coins. And then I have the Moon. What do they want? I'm still getting the sense that... do you know if this person's taken? I think that might be what this is. The Queen of Pentacles is the wife card for me, like wifey, the one who stays at home. So I feel like maybe this person may have a wife. They may not tell you about this. Sun card is here with the Moon card. So it's like they want to give you a little bit of clarity, but only as much as they want to give you. Like I don't sense this person is going to be completely upfront with you. And if they want anything from you, it is not going to be something, I think, that's that's going to be out in the light of day. Like I said, this person's clever. So I don't think that... Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to tell you guys to be careful with this person. Knight of Swords being clarified by the King of Swords. And then the Seven of Swords. This person seems like they have to plot and trap someone in a way. And I don't want to say that, and it sounds very dramatic when I say that, but when this actually manifests in a real life situation, it looks a little different. It's probably not as um, dramatic, I guess. So just be aware of that. It's like, if for some of you, this person could be a full-on creep. If you get bad vibes, you trust your gut instinct and you don't go there. If this person and you know each other, you kind of have a good rapport with them, you kind of know them a little better. They may be hiding something from you, is kind of what I'm thinking. I think they do want to kind of go out with you, but they feel like they have to trick you into it. So I feel like this person may have to create an excuse to act, to do something, to see you outside of wherever you guys usually see each other. I feel like they'll have to create an excuse. Hidden things, though. There's just like a lot of strangeness with this moon and the sun here. Let me see if I can get a clarifier. We'll clarify both the sun and the moon. I have a feeling this Queen of Coins is a wife. And maybe that's why this could also be showing kind of some not so honest activity. Clarify the sun, please. Clarify the moon. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This person, their desire right now is nothing more than to kind of hook up with you or go on a date or meet you or something like that. We have this looks like, hey, can you help me here? I have these things I need to move or whatever. And then once they got you there, I feel like with the moon card, we got the Chariot clarifying. I have a feeling that this person is going to try to like, their biggest desire with you is to have a plan go successful. Whatever that plan is, again, you got to trust your gut instinct on that. This plan could just be their plan, somehow finagling it to work in their favor, where they can get you out and in a situation where they can talk to you. So maybe there's some things that are in the way that are keeping you guys from actually being able to have this conversation. There could be other people. There could be, like, I don't know, like if you guys are working in an office and this person isn't like a courier, and you guys are like legit coworkers, you don't want to be fraternizing with each other or something like that. Or if this person is like somebody that you're not supposed to be talking to for whatever reason, it looks like this person's going to try to overcome those obstacles by, circumventing them somehow, by giving you, it's kind of like the bait and switch. They're going to give you the bait and switch. That's exactly what this looks like. You're getting baited with this, hey, come help me with this thing. And then the switch is like, I'm going to get, try to get what I want. Now, like I said, this energy is it could be hit or miss as to what this person's intentions are and if they are even legal. So please be very careful around this person. Again, if you're like, oh my God, no, not like that person, he's so nice, yeah. So I would say that maybe this is just somebody who's trying to plot a way to make this easier for them to have a normal relationship with you. Like I said, this really could be 50-50. The more I look at this, I'm starting to think that maybe 50-50. But you guys got to trust your gut instinct on this, okay? Because this is a general reading. This is not meant for you. It's not meant for the other person that picked pile 3. It's not meant for that person. Like, it's all like a mishmash of energies. I describe it as swimming in a public pool, and sometimes you get someone else's Band-Aid. So just keep that in mind. But do be careful. First and foremost, always be more careful, with your gut instinct. I just want to make sure, I don't want people to think that the person is like a creep, But at the same time, I don't want you guys to be going out and recklessly, like, just doing whatever, thinking that it's 100% safe, especially if you don't have a lot of information on this person. Just use your common sense first and foremost before you follow anything that I say. So, I'm going to get some advice. Hopefully I don't get any weird cards. I'm hoping that this is not a weird situation, but we'll see. So we're going to use Romance Angels, to see what is going on here. Okay, I think that's exactly what's going on with the honeymoon card. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So this is about going away, getting away from somebody else, getting away from something else. Maybe it is somebody, maybe it's a place, maybe it's a job, maybe it's something. I feel like this person wants to take you out somewhere or get you out away from other people so they can talk to you and maybe like get your number or something like that. And let's see, advice though, more advice. All right. This may be saying have a little bit more faith in this too. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and then we have children. It says your love life is being affected by children, or this could be kind of like you repeating a thing that happened in the past, or some sort of situation that you are familiar with already that may have to do with like your childhood or something like that. So this may be, you might notice some themes in this this sort of situation, because the children card isn't necessarily talking about literal children. It can talk about your inner child or things that happened to you in childhood. So that might be something that you may need to address. I feel like this advice is not going to be for everybody. I think that if you have this issue where you're feeling like, if you're feeling this Page of Pentacles, maybe you would do better to be more direct, perhaps, if you try to overcome why it is you may feel nervous about talking to this person. I think that might be another suggestion as far as advice goes. 1 second. Flexible. Okay. Try to meet this person halfway if you can. I feel like a lot of the blockages in this, with making this happen, have a lot to do with how you handled things in the past, how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem. That could possibly be an issue. I think, though, something about that is kind of causing you to be very rigid when it comes to how you interact with this person. And I think that is maybe the crux of your issue with this person. I feel like maybe you're somebody who's been like waiting for something to happen, but I feel like this is somebody that needs to meet halfway as well. Maybe it's because they have to plot. This person is scheming and plotting and trying to get this to work in one way or another. They're using like little subversive tactics to try to talk to you or get to know you. And I have a feeling that with the flexible card here, it's saying that you're kind of making them do all the work. So that's why they might be having to work overtime and trying to find a way to reach you. So if you are feeling like you're just not well skilled in this area, you don't know what you're doing, just have some faith that this person will help you halfway. So this is probably your advice is probably just to like flirt with this person. Just initiate something to get them to, like, if you're being talked at and not talking back, talk back. It's okay. They're not going to judge you if you don't say the right thing. This person is already very interested in you. I think that if you are resistant for too long to try to, make it work somehow, I think this person could get bored and try to move on, because it does seem like you guys do not see each other frequently enough to keep the interest going. So it's possible that with this honeymoon card, there is no date card in the Romance Angels deck. So I think this might be saying that you guys need to get out and have some alone time. And I do think that with this advice here, if you were thinking, well, is this worth it? I think this is worth it. This is something that's, I think that is worth it here. I'm really curious about this childhood card, though. It may be exactly what I think it is. I'm second guessing myself, but I just want to make sure. Clarify children. King of Cups, clarifying children. Okay, yeah. Okay. I think this might be you still that I'm picking up on. I don't think you're being upfront with your emotions with this person. They cannot read you very easily. This could be something that you've kind of had since childhood. This could have been some kind of defense mechanism that you have developed as a result of something that didn't work out very well. And I think that's kind of what is bothering you here. So this does say that you need to kind of get over this self-esteem issue maybe, and realize that you have pretty much everything you need when it comes to, you're fully equipped to impress this person. Just do it. Just impress them, you know. I don't think that you have to, I don't even think you have to work that hard here. Just say what you mean. Just say what you think. The thing with the King of Cups is he's got a lot of emotion. That's great. That's exactly what you need in this sort of situation with a relationship. He just doesn't put it out there. He doesn't show it. So show concern. This may be saying that you need to show concern, show interest, show, just be present. If you feel like you're there, but you're not, but you're like having an out of body experience because you're freaking nervous, try to ground yourself. Take a deep breath and then just start engaging. I really sense that that it's mostly you that's probably very nervous and not able to talk to this person. Either way, regardless of what side you really resonate with in regards to that, just meet this person halfway. Teamwork is always going to solve the problem in most cases. I want to say all cases, but I'm a triple Libra, so that's my solution for everything, is talking it out, negotiating. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching group 3. If you would like a private reading with me, I have an Etsy shop in the description box. I want to thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you could. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.